Hello students, Sister Josephine is here once more with you to deal with class 4 English grammar. Today we are going to start the second lesson and that is nouns. And we are going to learn about proper, common, collective and material nouns. This is part 1. And in your textbook we may find these things from page number 10, 11 and 12 also. And let us know what is noun first. Noun is a word that functions as the name of some specific things or set of things such as living creatures, objects, places, qualities, actions, states and ideas. Now, in smaller classes we have studied some other definitions of noun. Maybe you might have learned that a noun names something, or the naming word is called a noun, or you also might have studied the noun is the name of the person, place, animals, things, etc. etc. So all those things are correct, but here we see once more that the noun functions as the name of some specific things. It may be a living creature or object or place or quality or action or state of being or ideas. So noun is a member of the part of speech in the grammar. In the textbook you have these things in page number 10. You can look at and have a look there. Long ago there was a king named Midas. He was the ruler of Phrygia in Greece. He was a very rich man in his palace and he had heaps of gold. So this is the question given there. The paragraph given there, and below that the words in bold or in the colorful in the red color are nouns. Here we see that Midas, Phrygia and Greece are proper nouns because these are special names of a person and places. So they are proper nouns. Some particular, properly they are meaning this Midas is the name of one person, Greece is name of a particular place, so it is a proper noun. Some other examples, Ramu, Vidya, India, Odisha are proper names of some persons and places, so they are called proper nouns. Next we go with king, ruler, man and palace are common nouns. Now common noun is that which is a name for common, or it may be a common thing. These are common names of persons and place. And some more examples are queen, baby, road, bus, school, station, etc. These are some common places. It is not a particular thing. It's not a proper thing. So they are called common nouns. These examples are common names of persons and places. So here we saw the examples of proper nouns and common nouns. From the same paragraph, heaps is a collective noun which refers to a group of people or things taken together as one. Now examples: bunch, army, swarm and flock. Now what is this collective noun? Collective noun is only one word. For example, army. Army is a group of people together, they are called army. Bunch, group of fruits, bananas together is called one bunch. So collective noun stands for things taken together as one. So that is called collective noun. So examples are bunch, army, swarm, flock, etc. Next we go with the gold. Gold is a material noun, a name of a material of which something is made. Maybe we have some other examples like wood, diamond, rubber, plastic, iron, so and so many examples are there of which the things are made, or a particular material of which the things are made. So they are examples of material noun. So here is the collective noun and the material noun. So we have covered now proper noun, common noun, collective noun and material noun. Here we go with the exercises that is in your textbook. Exercise A. Separate the following nouns into proper, common, collective and material nouns and write them in the table below. So this is the question that is given in your textbook. In the box it is given, and this is the question. Here are the group of words. So many nouns are put together. We have to separate everyone into proper, common, collective and material nouns. So let us do it in the next slide. Here is the answer for that. So I have divided into the proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun. Let us go through. So in the proper noun box, Chennai, Maruti, Nilgiri Hills, January, India, DK Singh, Arjun, Pineapple, Christmas, Saturday, Camel. So these are the names of particular things and places or persons. So they are proper nouns. Let's go with the common noun. Aeroplane, mountain, telephone, sea, milk, tulip, theatre, television, flower. So these are some of the common names of places, persons and things. Here we go with the collective noun. Herd, pack, fleet, team, gang, stuff. So these are one word stands together for collective things or persons or so they are called collective nouns. Material noun. Nylon, silk, coal, rice, copper, water, steel, plastic, marble. So these are some of the examples of material nouns. So these words were given in the previous page in a box and we have separated them into their respective boxes into proper noun, common noun, collective noun and material noun. Here we go with the second exercise. Underline nouns in the following poems. So in the textbook you have two poems. So the first one let us deal with. The first poem, the city mouse and the garden mouse. Here the poem is given and what we have to do, we have to underline the nouns. So here we read this. The city mouse lives in a house. The garden mouse lives in a bower. He is friendly with the frogs and toads and sees the pretty plants in flower. The city mouse eats bread and cheese. The garden mouse eats what he can. We will not grudge him seeds and stalks. Poor little timid furry man. So here is the poem with 8 lines. Here I have underlined and highlighted the nouns. So here city mouse, garden mouse, house, bower, frogs, toads, plants, flower, bread, cheese, seeds, stalks, man. These are some of the nouns in this poem. We have another poem in the same page, that is city streets and country roads. So the poem is as this. The city has streets but the country has roads. In the country one meets blue carts with their lots of sweet smelling hay and marigolds and grain. Oh, take me away to the country again. This is the first paragraph of the poem. Here the words that are in red are the nouns. City, streets, country, roads, blue carts, lots, hay, marigolds, grain. So these are the nouns in this first paragraph. In the second paragraph of the same poem, in the city one sees big trams rattle by and the breath of the chimneys that blot out the sky, and all down the pavements stiff lampposts one sees, but the country has hedgerows, the country has trees. Here this is the second paragraph and whatever we see in red color are the nouns. For example, city, trams, chimneys, sky, pavements, lampposts, hedgerows and trees. So these are the nouns in this second paragraph of the poem. So dear students, write these answers in your textbook. If it is needed to be underline or write it down in the answers properly and practice at home. In the next class, we shall continue with the other exercise from this same lesson. Stay safe and learn easily. Thank you.